Honest question, is there anyone who doesn't love JuJu Smith-Schuster? I mean, not only is he one of the best receivers in the league, but he's just one of the most likable guys in the league. He's one of those guys you really root for, not just because of his off-the-field stuff, but his on-the-field stuff as well, as he's a really talented player. He's one of those guys you just love even if he's not on your team. However, you especially love him if he's on your team. And here's some reasons why. One reason is his high football IQ. He's very good at realizing what the situation is and being able to make plays. As you see on this play, this is the route concept that Pittsburgh's going to be running, and it's really designed to beat a cover 2 zone. As you see, this is what it would look like if Denver was running a cover 2 zone, and it'd have 2 routes towards the sidelines that could end up getting open. However, the problem is this is not in fact the cover 2 zone, it's actually going to be a man coverage play. The real way to beat man coverage is with a quick slant. However, Pittsburgh doesn't have any quick slants on this play. So instead, what JuJu Smith-Schuster is going to do here is basically create his own slant. This isn't a design play by any means. He just realizes the situation and keeps running to try to get open. It takes a very long time for him to finally get open and for Roethlisberger to be able to make a throw there. However, his patience pays off and he is eventually able to get a catch for a first down. This is another very smart play by JuJu, but what's really interesting about this play is look at where the Denver Broncos are lined up. They have a lot of guys on the line, which you're trying to sell that's going to either be man coverage or a blitz. However, instead, it's going to end up being zone coverage. More specifically, it's going to end up being a cover 2 zone. And since JuJu is running a go route towards the sidelines, he could end up getting open right about there. JuJu's going to look up and realize that a Bronco is breaking back. This now means that he knows it's either going to be man coverage with a linebacker following him, or more likely, it's zone coverage. Since it is zone coverage, JuJu knows there's going to be a huge gap where he can get open. So instead, he's essentially just going to trot out and try to get into that gap. Typically, the way this play is drawn up is JuJu is just supposed to run as fast as he can down the sidelines. However, he knows the situation and knows that that wouldn't be in his best interest, and so instead, he does this sort of trot to make sure that he can get open for the longest amount of time. Roethlisberger reads this play as well, and he's able to hit JuJu Smith-Schuster and able to pick up a first down. While he's a very smart player, he's about equally as athletic. Like on this play, for example. This is the route concept that Pittsburgh is going to be running, and since it's man coverage, JuJu Smith-Schuster could end up getting pretty well open. As you see, that's exactly what happens, so nothing too fancy from this point. However, Roethlisberger doesn't make a great throw on this one. He ends up underthrowing it, and oftentimes this one could fall incomplete. But look at how JuJu was able to completely change his momentum and still end up making the catch. It's a great athletic play, and you could also throw it under that awareness thing as well, as he's able to realize that the throw isn't a great one and sort of change his route to make a catch. I also love how after he catches, he pops back up and tries to pick up more yards. Even though he didn't end up picking up any more yards, it was still another good example of showing how much heart he has and how aware he is of what's going on. This next play is another really interesting play of showing how talented of a guy JuJu Smith-Schuster is. As you see, it's man coverage and they're playing a cover 1 linebacker blitz. The reason Denver's doing this is because they know it could end up being a running play, and even if it isn't, they want to be able to try to force a safety. However, look at JuJu Smith-Schuster on this play. He's going to be running a go route, and he pretty much has 2 options. He can either run to his right or to his left. It's pretty simple. But what's really interesting about what he does here is look at how every step he takes is looking as though he's going to be running to that direction. Roby has no idea which way JuJu is actually going to go, and by the time JuJu actually does commit and pick a side, he's able to get wide open. He also then runs 97 yards for a touchdown and whatever, but what really impressed me was how he's able to get off and create that initial separation. It's very fair to say that the Steelers could very easily lose Antonio Brown this offseason. However, that doesn't mean they won't be without a true number 1 receiver.
Real.